это... Этого чувака меньше сперли, я правильно помню? Так, говори с ключником. А кто ключник? Ну, привет.
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching a sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
Чисто физически сердце не может лопнуть. Ты меня пустишь?
Any news about my stolen sword?
Not yet. I'll see what I...
Как мне? А, вот. Крошка.
Drops of blood leading away.
Show was better last week.
Пойдемте.
I've got all the best food
Rugged?
here.
Well traveled? Yes.
More blood.
I would like to
I'm
talk to
still
you.
in
Да мы уже поговорили с
this
тобой.
place. Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
Ты кто такой? А. О! Блин. А я продала вот эти самоцветы. Короче... Не грыз. Потерянные жетоны. Что за жетоны? Короче, не продавать ничего, я так поняла, да? Потому что за все вот это вот, ну, даже самое бесполезное на первый взгляд, можно выудить неплохую награду.
Still more blood. The thief got cut pretty bad. Trailing's here. Someone must have seen the thief.
Привет.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Спасибо.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Сюда он пошел.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
Детишки. О, у вас там интересный механизм.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by. Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah, almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
Вот он по дороге мог сныкать меч. Боже, как будто мимо церкви пробегаешь. Поют там такие хорошие все. Что ты мне показываешь? Я уже по памяти сейчас вспомню, куда мне бежать. Где я? Туда. Так, можно я посмотрю по карте? Боже, заблудишься 10 раз. Это что я, по-моему, уже и сделала.
Won't find better wares.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
А, купцу, боже.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Мне даже интересно, как они меня убедят. Мне вниз. Давайте на мельницу. Давайте сохранимся, что ли, тогда. Так. Мне нужно идти. Давайте тогда хоть по заданиям зайдем попутно. Так. Пожалуйста, помогите мне спуститься вниз. А то я у ваших этих тут не шарю. А у вас есть лифты, пожалуйста? А то что-то... Я у вас тут заблудилась, мальца. Нужно как-то вот... Ну, прикол в том, что мне даже некуда телепортнуться, чтобы... Чтобы что? Чтобы как-то спуститься и пробежать по другому пути. Так.
Ursa was the toughest woman to ever come out of the flame.
Это когда все-таки лифт. А ну допустим, ладно. Выбирать у богатых.
Can't get much hotter. I hope.
Тебе жарко, да, Элой? Может тебя окунуть в водичку?
Would you like to buy fine goods for a fair price? Would you like to buy something?
Check out these wares. There's a man who knows.
Only the finest not here.
You'll like
good
what
prices, fair prices.
protect the people of Sunfall. We all know our army could destroy them.
Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court, not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap maw lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap-maw lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long-leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
So which,
No market for a snap maw lens is good, strong stuff. You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long-leg lenses at a time like this.
hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war or keep the machines from your farms. What you need is good, old-fashioned, plain...
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned, plain hammered work. If ever something glittered, you'd throw it back.
If Karja had built that elevator, they would have stopped at a good-looking shaft.
All those years of delving, and you never found a sense of humor.
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court, like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long-leg lens.
A snap maw lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait. You drove her off. Snap maw lens. What do you say?
I drove her off. That's rich. Listen, Huntress, long-leg lens.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your medal.
Так а что надо в итоге?
What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
We
Линзу
work
щелка
with. I do
зуба.
the calling, you do the counting.
Надо щелка зубов, короче, валить. Это вот эти вот
I
крокодилы,
don't
да?
complain about your counting, other than it takes too long.
Take a look at these wares.
Что у тебя есть? Ой, так.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley. Our orders are clear. No more. Freeholds were warned.
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
Я вот думаю, долгоногие, это же эти павлины, нет? По-моему, да. Так.
The Nora will survive. They always do. Except for...
Королевские кукурузные поля. Так. Вообще, где это? О боже.
Hard work, but honest. Not like the nobles looking down on.
Можно вас кукурузы подтырить немножко, нет? У вас тут рыба обитает? Я постреляла бы. Немножко. Так, куда мне бежать-то? А вот. Сюда? Там человеки. Привет.
I was told to expect you, Элой. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
А если я его куплю?
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
Матерь Божья, а чё так далеко? Можно я по карте гляну, пожалуйста, где это? Идем. Так. О. Пойдемте найдем. Что-то надо найти у щелкозуба. Линзу. Да, конечно, все прикольно. Но щелкозубы-то бронированные, гады. Я, пожалуй, сохранюсь. Только бы отъехать, я думаю, можно легко. Мне надо живность пострелять.
Fresh as it comes.
Так. Щелкозубики.
Now they're hunting me.
То есть как они, будучи в воде, ну, несложно. Так, у меня енота заморозили. Минус 2 щелкозуба. Главное отстреливать, короче, им на головах вот эти штуки. И все. И они бесполезны. Я надеюсь, у меня линзу дропнули. Целых 2 штуки. Отлично. Чё, кабан? А, я чуть кабана.
This'll last.
Точно, точно. У вас рыба не водится случайно? А, водится. Мне там для улучшения нужны кости рыбные. Какие-то вроде. Да, хрен мне что дропнется, конечно же. Так, ну, сейчас еще немножко постреляю, думаю, животинок. И пойду отдавать им линзы.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Would you like to buy something today?
Would you like to buy something
Check
today?
out these wares.
Bring us your metal.
Don't have to start just to look.
To attract.
Господи, они все спорят.
I do the calling, you do the count.
На,
I wouldn't say agree.
держите.
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay. The Snapmaw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss, charcoal burner. You'd pay handsomely for a long leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle that piece of junk around, I think of your skull.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
Наслаждайтесь
And I
обществом
told
друг
you,
друга.
a true metal seller knows
As you wipe my...
Чё нам тут дали? Ну, кстати, нормально. Так. Задание просто немерено. Так, хорошо. Давайте посмотрим по карте. Самое ближайшее это вот это почтить память павших. Предлагаю забежать сюда, а потом сюда. Все равно все это рядом. Прости, кабанчик.
Save this for
Да вы
later.
мне дропните шкуру кабана сегодня или нет?
This must be the Shrine of Kings that your mom told me about.
Osram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
It may have been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now. It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Oseram want with a Karja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Так,
Every time I go near the statue, he shouts
ну-ка
at
иди
me.
сюда.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill a Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
You believe in the old regime, but not enough to die for it or be exiled. That's some conviction.
Heathen. My conviction blazes like the noonday light.
Then stop me from bringing in the Oseram.
I cannot.
I thought so.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
There's plenty of work here.
Все. Друг, ты доволен? Теперь можешь посмотреть на статус своего любимого. Дай поговорить с тобой.
Here's what I don't get about the Sun God.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
I miss mainspring. Charcoal smoke from a dozen forges.
Так,
Well-paid work.
а можно как-то на это посмотреть? Я просто не видно ни хрена. Ну, ладно, ничего так вроде. Так, next.
This must be the sun's climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark.
Угу. Такой я тут кабанчиков увидела. А они мне нужны. Поэтому авторекламная пауза на охоту. Где? Да вы мне дропните сегодня что-нибудь годное.
Tasty.
Рыбные косточки, ну пожалуйста, игра.
Nutritious.
Так, ладно. Дикая природа не хочет со мной делиться. Так, как забраться туда? А, вот вроде дорога есть. Скоро там рассвет, интересно. Давай, Элой, спортсменка. Хватит мне морозить. Отлично.
It's good to be free of the city.
Все хорошо.
You are a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away.
Это бануки, что ли?
You have my thanks, Hunter.
Похоже на то. Да, это бануки. Блин, крутяк. Так, last one. Где-то здесь. Че, не знаю, пешком добежать аккуратненько. Щелкозубы опять. Так.
Just stay out of their way for now.
Второй вагон, понятно.
Here we are again. Where we never left.
Делов-то. Тут даже рыбка есть. Надо пострелять сейчас быстренько. Уже бесполезно щелкозуб. Давай, вылази. А, как попасть? А, вот так, ладно. Сейчас я быстренько соберу и поговорю с тобой. Блин, дропнись кость. Конечно нет, а зачем? А можно каких-нибудь охотников купить, это нет? Я так буду это 100 лет собирать. Привет.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests. Oh.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And I thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time, I am.
Так, теперь мне нужно с этим мужчиной поговорить, да? Вот видишь, уже светает. Пока мы там погуляли туда-сюда. Привет.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Отлично. А вот кто поет, жнецы. Блин, ну все-таки прикольно, классно, мне нравится. Хоть я их не поддерживаю, вот эту их веру и вообще, в принципе, любую веру.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.